Welcome to another edition of AI in Finance demo version. And I'm just going to say, wow, agents, agents, agents. That has been the theme of the year. LLMs may have been last year and the year before, but this year is certainly agents, all about execution. I think about the analogy AIME, AIME, automate, which is a lot of like RPA, inform, which is LLMs, magnify, which is using LLMs for strategic, going deeper, and then execute is the final step of that framework, which is all around agents. And it's been hard. I've looked at a lot of different agentic tools to help me create agents. Agents are those little technological worker bees that go and execute on your behalf. And I've tried a lot of them. I've tried this one that I'm showing today called Lindy before, and it was very difficult. I struggled with it, but they recently launched an ability for us to just talk with Lindy to help build the agent. And that was the struggle I had. Building the agent was very difficult. Now you can just talk with it, just like you do in LLM. And I'm going to show you one that I just created, a simple one, but to give you an idea of what is possible. And what I created and the what it did for me was incredible. The speed, the capability, and the outcome and the output was great. And so I'm going to build it for us here on a new one. And then if I need to show what I did create, I'll walk you through those steps as well. But here's where you go. It's just like any LLM. This is Lindy's platform. This is me logged in. Now I had to upgrade because I'm using some areas that needed upgraded tools. But there are a lot of free tools that you could do to still get value. So here's what we're going to do. I want to build an agent that is triggered when I send an email to Lindy. And Lindy will read the email and respond to me with a response that has been researched through Perplexity. I'm going to say through Perplexity and is in my conversational tone. Use knowledge of psychological factors when drafting the best possible response. So I'm going to do that, and we're now just going to start creating an agent. So it's going to respond to me, and then I'm going to have to go into the agent builder. But it's going to probably have some questions for me as well as it goes through this. So I'm having a conversation, and let's go into it. Let's build the agent. Why not? Let's see what happens here. And I'm going to show you comparisons. So this one we're building in real time. There may be some errors, there may be some back and forth, but I'll show you how we work through that. So it is now looking through this. The responds to emails with research, psychologically informed responses in your conversational tone. Let me help set this up. So email provider. Should this trigger when you send emails to your Lindy email address, or do you want to use something else? So we're going to say when sent to my Lindy email address. So this allows me just to forward it on to it, and it'll take it. Research scope. When you mention research through Perplexity, should the agent research any topic mentioned in your email, or do you want to focus on specific types of questions topics? Research based on the content and body of the email. 3, response delivery. Should the agent reply directly to you or the email you sent, or would you prefer it sent to the response through a different channel? Send via a separate email, because then I can just copy and paste it back into the email as opposed to having a thread. So let's do that. Just sent some responses real quick to it. And now they're going to start building this agent for me. This is an agentic framework. So we're going to now connect multiple different systems. We're going to connect this mail platform that's via integrated into Lindy. We're going to connect Perplexity, and then we're going to have it sent via my Gmail to me again. As well. So it is I've already logged into my Gmail as well, and it's just using the free version of Perplexity. So perfect. Now I'll create the email research response. Let me confirm the workflow. When an email is received at your Lindy email address, that's that. Research the email content through Perplexity. Boom. Send a response email with research information in your conversational tone, incorporating psychological factors. Perfect. So let's see how this turns out. Now, one thing that I experienced in the last one was I was going to include psychological factors, and I had to say use those factors to help with how you write the email. So let's see how this one works on that side. But you can see now it's building the agent. Ultimately, you'll see it over here. This is how you'd build it step by step on your own. And this is what I was trying to build in the past, and it was just difficult for me. It was really, really hard, and I wasn't able to get it to work the right way, and I kept getting errors, and I didn't have this agent builder to help me. I had another process that I could use, but not the agent builder. And so as I was building and as I was doing it with my last one, it was showing me all the steps, and I was able to execute on it quickly. So you can see here, it's built all the steps of the agents, but what I have right now is I don't see a step. It's configured to use perplexity model, write responses that incorporate psychological principles like empathy, maintain a warm conversational tone while being thoroughly, okay, send responses. So this is set up a little bit differently than my last one, which I will show you here as well. But let's look at how this one works. So I'm going to forward an email to this email address. We're going to run a test here. So I'm going to run test. We'll click a run test. Let's see how this works. So I'm going to send an email. I'm going to forward this email here. Here. Oh, nope, not that one. We're going to send this email. So here's the email. I'm just going to forward this one here. So there. We're going to select the recipients. It's going to be that. And then we're going to send this away. So send. So now we're going to go back over to here. So it got the email. Here's the email. So we sent the email. Perfect. And I click select. So it's now going to run through a test. And let's see if there's any errors that happen. I'm going to move myself back over there. It's going to now read the email. So you can see it working. It's got the email. It's working. It's now moved on to the perplexity step. So it's going to do the research based on the content, and it has an error there. So now what do we do to get this error resolved? I'll go over here and I say, well, I got an error. I got the below error. Please resolve and work through the steps to make sure it doesn't happen again. And there's the error. And so now it's going to go through and identify what the reason for the error was. I see the issue. Let me fix this by using the correct path of the email body. And so this was actually the same issue that I ran into when I built this agent the first time. And I had to go this multiple times, back and forth, but I ultimately got it fixed. It took me about 3 or 4 conversations to make this work, but I was able to make it work. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go here, and we're going to forward this email again. Let me actually run the test here. So we're going to okay, let's run a test again. Let's retry. So it seems like it's still work. Oh, there we go. Let's see. It's now working again. But let's go to test. We're going to test this. Oh, test. Here we go. Send an email. So I'm going to forward that email again. All right. Now we're going to send it. And let's move back over to Lindy to see how this works this time, if we get the same error. So it's going to ingest the email. It's going to see it come in. And we're going to then see if it's able to get everything correct. So there's the email. Let's select it. Let's see if we get the same error. We may, because I went through this multiple times before it found the right solution. So let's see. It's working. It's researching, and it got the same output. So I'm going to do it one more time. I got the same error. Let's see if it's able to solve it. We're going to try it one more time, and then if not, I'm going to walk you through how I built the other one. So let's go just over to this other one while we have a second, and I will show you the process, right? So you can see here, I wanted to build the same agent. This one had craft a response over here, which was a little bit different than the other one. And you can see here, I got the below error. It went through, tried to fix it. It didn't fix it. I am getting the same error. I see the issue, and I got the error again. Let me try a different approach. And then it actually worked. And we will get to what that looks like. It was able to resolve it. So let's see if the references are now properly configured. So let's go and do a test. Let's test here. So email received. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to forward it one more time. So building an agent can be time consuming. It can take some time, but this, I'll tell you, is a lot faster than it was ever for me to build a agent on my own within the platform. So I did not know anywhere to go. I did not know how to build it, how to connect it. And even as I watched tutorials, it was very, very difficult for me to do. So even having to go through some of these things makes it even easier to get it, because once I get it, it's going to work continuously. So I just sent the email. Now Lindy's going to ingest the email again. And Within that, we're going to see the email come up here in maybe a few seconds. There it is. I select it. Let's see if we get the error again or not. And there's the email. It's working. Let's hope that we don't get the error so that we can see it in real time here live, and we get there. All right, so let's go over here. So this one actually analyzed it. If you look here, this one keeps, because this one was running, it keeps sending me responses. So it has now run and sent me a lot of responses. You can see here, it's receiving the email and it's working because it now works. It's sent me multiple responses on the same email because I'm sending it to the same email address. So this agent is working, the other one isn't. So I sent it to that email address, and let's go to my inbox real quick. And you can see here that this is the response that came back from Lindy. Hi, John. See, it's sent via Lindy right here. Hi, John. My email is all about AI investments. Thanks for sharing your insights. It's clear you've done your homework and strong performance. Performing ETFs. Here's some of options. The ETF's a strategic advantage rather than the timing feels right. P.S. I'd be curious to hear more about the workshops you're conducting because that's what he mentions in his email. In best regards. This was sent to me from Lindy based on me forwarding that. You see that this was sent just a few minutes ago because this agent is working. The one that we're building right now is still in process. It's not working yet. I worked through this one because this one that I worked through, I spent about 15, 20 minutes on. And I kept going back and forth with it to get it right. But 15 to 20 minutes up front now allows me to send an email to this assistant and get a response. It's like I now have a human doing all this for me. I basically forward it to that same email address. I save it as a contact. I forward it. I get it back and I respond to the client. And all that happens within just a couple of minutes. After a 20-minute investment, I now have these really great responses in less than a minute. And that is the power of agents. I would highly, highly recommend going and just playing around with some agents. Use Lindy, even though it has some issues with failing to work in certain points, you are able to get it to work as you saw here. You just have to invest the time and effort to get it. And I was able to get it going, and you can too. And once you get it, then it becomes super, super powerful. So there you go. A little bit behind Lindy and how you can create agents using just common English verbiage.